right into it with the help of this special guest, PSO2 NGS's official navigator, Hiro Arai.
Happy to join the broadcast.
Hiro, it's great to have you on with us today. We might have some first-time viewers to the program, so would you mind giving us a little self-introduction?
Okay, as mentioned a moment ago,
Sir
I am the
Simeon.
official navigator for PSO2 NGS, Hiro Arai. As the official navigator, I've been working hard to provide the latest information and help everyone enjoy PSO2 NGS as much
No,
as
you'd only
possible,
chase me if
while
I did.
simultaneously acting as the bridge
Okay.
between players and developers. It's my hope to continue to navigate this game in the best direction possible.
This'll be your fourth time joining us on this broadcast. I bet you can't walk down the street without someone recognizing you now. You must constantly have an entourage.
Are you feeling nervous today at all?
Well, relatively.
A bit more at ease.
Oh, you've already gotten used to it then.
Well, I'm more relaxed.
Don't be too relaxed now. Looking forward to this broadcast with you.
Likewise.
Today's broadcast is just before the service launch, but I heard you have a lot of new information to share with us.
Yes, right off the bat, let's check out the following footage. Let's start off with the new test field, which wasn't shown to the public during the closed beta testing. The first one we will introduce is West Alio. This exploration sector features a beautiful scene facing the ocean.
Yeah!
Incredible!
You can enjoy this ocean view throughout the entire section. Halfia Lake is a section located in the northeast of Central City. No enemies appeared during normal hours, making it a quiet region.
I want to take a trip there.
Yeah, that would be a great vacation.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, so nice.
Next up is the Vanford Laboratory Ruins, which is quite the polar opposite from Mount Magnus in the closed beta test, as it's a man-made field with lots of shielding and is a combat sector.
It does look like ruins.
Yeah?
A pod-shaped autonomous turret called a drone can be normalized after a certain amount of attacks and will temporarily support the player. The key to success in this section is using the drone to your advantage in battle.
I see.
Continuing on, we have another combat sector called Wrestlefars. This field is inhabited by a large number of vicious enemies and requires a high level of combat power to enter. In comparison to other sectors, this one is much more challenging, as well as drastic change in its field from day to night.
It looks kind of sketchy at night.
Definitely looks totally different at nighttime, though it's a really nice area. Uh-oh. Okay. I see.
That's all for introductions of the new fields.
It looks so good,
Yeah, there were lots of pretty places.
especially by the ocean.
Okay, I'm a little confused
And now
by
let's
these
start with
new
a
areas
review of
that
the
they added.
slots. The new exploration section, West Alio and Halfia Lake, and their watery areas are so beautiful,
It's incredible. Like on the upper right.
especially
just
since we
talking to
can't
the
travel
stream.
anywhere these days.
Yeah, we can't go anywhere. But in the game, we could.
Makes me want to go there.
Yeah, I want to go.
Indeed they do. NGS was developed with extra special attention to the graphical representation of bodies of water such as oceans, rivers, and lakes.
I recall discussing something regarding West Alio during our last program.
You remember well. Yes, we did.
Of course.
Last time I introduced Alio Town, which is in West Alio.
Oh, I see.
Getting down to it, the areas are of course beautiful, but the fact that even the water reflects that beautiful scenery, those graphics, it's incredible.
It also mentioned that no enemies appear in that area, so you can just take all the screenshots you want.
You can take them without being interrupted. So nice. Not to mention the sunset. The most beautiful moment is right before the sun disappears beyond the horizon. It really looks like real scenery, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Amazing.
It's, how would you say it? It's almost sentimental, romantic-ish.
Ish? Romantic, yeah.
Talk about, love and stuff.
Say those things in the game chat, I guess.
Yeah, via the chat or whatever. How romantic. You look over there and you're like, oh, look, there's two people over there. Then you approach and they're talking about stuff.
I'd be so embarrassed.
I wonder how far you can swim in this.
Yeah.
I'd like to be able to reach the other side, but... All right, let's get to the next slide. Continuing on, the new combat sectors. First up is the Vanford Laboratory Ruins, which is a field very much like its name, ruins.
Yes, it seems to have been inhabited at some point, but has been abandoned due to the Dolls attack. By the way, in the closed beta testing, we were able to look down from the top of Mount Magnus, so some of you may have seen it already.
Actually,
Yeah,
before this
Bumpus, we see
program,
that place.
my son and I were giving special access to play in the Banford Laboratory Ruins.
Yes, we were. We even have some screenshots from it. You could actually climb the walls of the ruins. Unice seemed to have some trouble in it, though.
Yeah, I did.
Just how it goes. Well, I mean, like, enemies might appear on top of the ruins, right? You know, the rooftop. So there were a lot of chances to climb.
Yeah, there were a lot of shelters. It was great.
Why, you really seem to like climbing.
Climbing.
You were really good at it.
I could do it forever.
You even made an acrostic poem about it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I mean, the walls. I just kept searching so many times for those places to grab onto to climb. I found so many.
I was so bad at it that by the time I figured out how to do it, the fight was already over. Oh, this scene! This wall! I couldn't climb it for the life of me.
No, you couldn't.
But I finally got the hang of it. Once I figured it out, it was all up wall from there.
You also had that weapon on your back.
My launcher!
The launcher.
Tried it out.
Trying out the new weaponry.
Yeah.
I used the Partisan. It was great. The reach of the Partisan is definitely longer.
Right? So good.
The swiftness and speed in battle.
You kept doing really cool attacks that would probably go viral if you uploaded it.
Yeah, I just keep throwing it around. It's a great spear. I also use the wired lens.
You seem to really like it, the wired lens.
The wired lance has a great reach and can do a bunch of combos. You can strike the enemy and then use it to fling yourself over the enemy, like teleportation.
Like last time, we played at close range and long range combat styles.
I noticed that.
You can do a lot with close and long range, and this here on screen now,
Oh, this is like...
this is when Unice couldn't climb the wall and showed up late to the party.
Oh, right. I made it.
After all the enemies were defeated, Unice finally showed up, and so I told her she was late. And even though there were no more enemies left, she just suddenly let off a bunch of photon blasts.
Not only that, I was also aiming at Iwai.
She shot off so many meaningless shots.
You became her target.
Yeah, this like, oh no, please, not like this.
Look at all the collateral damage.
No, listen. I was using a keyboard to play. I meant to pick up an item, and when trying to press the E button, I ended up pressing 3.
You pressed 3 by mistake.
Ah, makes sense.
Look at all the damage you're throwing at me. Oh, Here's the wired lance.
Yes, the wired lance.
Ah, the wired lance.
Looking at it this way, you can really see how long the reach is.
Yeah. Wow. So wide.
How can I say? It really felt multifaceted.
Oh, this one. The boss.
The boss enemy.
Yeah, this boss enemy is one of the new ones. Big Frogga.
Big Frogga.
I was surprised at first. When I began attacking, it just kept blocking all of my maneuvers and I couldn't get a single hit in.
The enhancement level. How do I describe this? That electronic thing strapped to it. If you don't destroy that first, it's hard to inflict any damage.
There was one on its shoulder, and I noticed it was flashing, so I thought to attack there first.
Yes, that's good.
Yeah. You got to that, and then
So that broke it, and I was able to attack it normally.
it was fun.
Yeah, we worked together and took him down.
And I became able to climb walls.
Yeah, you got much better at it.
Yeah, now I was even faster than you at some point.
Yeah, there was a time she got to the top faster than me. This is starting to sound like a wall climbing competition.
Yeah, it's starting to sound like parkour.
I'd love to try it though. It was so much fun. I really want everyone watching to be able to play this ASAP.
The footage of us playing will actually be released at a later date, so please stay tuned for that.
This Rezel Forest seems to have a high combat power requirement. Does that mean this is a high difficulty field?
Oh, yes, it is. This is an even more challenging combat section than the Vanford Laboratory Ruins that the two of you played.
Whoa, that seems tough. Just from the looks of it, the enemies seem to be more vicious and higher in number.
Yeah, speaking of which, let's move on to new information about enemies.
I wonder what kind of monsters there'll be.
What
It's
in the
huge.
world am I looking at?
Something's flying.
Or
Oh yeah.
I'm in a stuffy meeting, so I can't help you.
There's like this giant stingray
It's
flying
really
mech
cute.
enemy.
It kind of looks like it could be a bird.
Are you in Baja?
No?
okay,
Where are you at then?
maybe not so cute.
It changed.
An enemy.
I'm
it
watching
looks
this
tough.
PSO2 stream.
Can't avoid that attack.
Oh, okay.
Looks like it's got a wide range attack. Varus. What's that?
What just happened? Oh, they've started shooting. They're coming back. There's more targets. Whoa, that looks super tough.
You can embarrass Alpha now with the stuff.
Okay.
That's very cool.
Oh, they come after you.
Their movements are really rough.
That's some range, seriously.
Oh, Big Frogga.
Yeah, big
What?
Frogga.
Does the enemy that they named here named Big Frogga?
Reject humanity, return to Fraga.
Ah, one of those all over the place guys. Those can be a pain to handle.
Man, where was this music in the CVT? We needed stuff like
LD
this.
Scythe?
It was super boring out there.
It's like a small scythe.
It's one of those, if you get targeted, you're in trouble types.
Yeah. So we saw a lot of enemies just now. Shall we check out the next slide?
Looks strong, but pretty.
Man, I
These
wish
are the
these were
dolls'
videos.
new enemies. First off, we have
Their
these
streams.
orcas. They're like, they give off the impression of some sea creature, like a squid or an octopus.
Why is that?
Technically, the doll's design was based off
They
the motif
are
of
done
mantis. They are characterized
like
by
the
their
same
long-distance
vein of,
attacks
like,
while flying, as if swimming
Japanese
through the sky.
television shows. Rather
Do
than
manta
like
rays have tentacles like
Nintendo
that?
Directs or
They just come out like blah.
14
Kind of gross.
14
Yeah,
streams.
they were kind of gross, weren't they? Well, in any case, this is just the motif. When they lose their strength, their wings expand
So
back like tentacles,
the actual
and they change
information
to strike
like
with more wild,
is
close-range
very drip
attacks.
feed.
The
to
tentacles
you,
would almost strike down like a
and
whip.
they're
It looks super
constantly
strong.
talking about
When it
like
still had the wings, it was
their
kind
time
of cute, though.
Then it
playing
revealed
it.
its creepy side. And then there's the other one, Varus. They did like a rocket punch.
And I don't know if these
Yes,
girls
normally
that they
use
get
their
are like
6
idols
arms like a
in
shield
Japan
to
or
protect the
something.
core, which is the weak
But there's
point in
been
its
like a
stomach.
new one each
However,
stream.
when it attacks, it flings
And
its
I don't
arms
know
to
who they
perform
are.
various actions.
So in other words, the core is exposed during its offensive measures, giving you the perfect opportunity to counterstrike.
Yep, that's where you want to aim.
So that means we fought some orcs earlier.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you guys played against them in the footage earlier.
You know, when you're fighting in the air, it's really hard to get in a good shot at close range.
Yeah, that's true.
At first, I just felt like I was constantly targeting their tails.
Yeah, well, the tails just kind of hang down, so it makes it easy to just slice it. And let's continue on with the next slide. You mentioned the new altars enemies, Big Frogga and LD Scythe. Could you tell us more characteristics on them?
First of all, the big Frogga is a powerful frog-like enemy that jumps up and down as it attacks. As with other altars, the power of its attacks increase at night.
Oh, so that's why it's a frogga. It doesn't really look like a frog, though.
Doesn't really look like a frog at all.
I mean, we fought it, but it just didn't look like a frog.
Like with the aforementioned Manta and now the frog, the development team of NGS seemed to have a unique choice of designs.
Yeah, I guess.
Unique.
Now, on to the other enemy, LD Scythe. This is a mantis-like enemy that attacks with the sickles on both of its arms. In addition to its high attack power, it also has the ability to strengthen surrounding enemies, making it quite a powerful threat.
But knowing it has this buff ability, I'll be sure to take it out first when it appears.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Ugh, Alpna, why are you asking me to do
Even
this
with this
again?
lineup of
No.
baddies, it still holds up pretty strong though.
Yeah.
That's all for enemies. Shall we move on to the next bit of information?
Next up, as I mentioned last time, we talked about the story and characters. Today we have even more new information for you. Please check out this video.
私はラン、このセントラルシティ所属のオペレーターです。シティのリーダーであるクロフォードがあなた方と話がしたいと。
Oh, cute!
Ren!
Oh,
セントラルリーダーの
What?
クロフォードだ。
Central leader of all the
Cupcake.
Arcs Crawford. How are you the leader?
アークスとして僕らの戦いに加わってほしい。
それで
My character is probably going to look older than you.
昔は人が住んでいたの？
記録によれば数十年前まで住民がいたようね。
ファンフォード研究所跡に大型ドールズ接近。
こちらには何も。
what? What?
What's that above them?
データ照合。ライダルと特定。
Ditail?
Oh, that's it? That's all we get?
Okay.
That
There was a
really
lot of
short.
story there.
Yeah, the new characters are already showing up together. All right, let's move on to the next slide. The protagonist visits Central City and meets the central leader Crawford and the operators. After accepting Crawford's request, you will head off to Vanford Laboratory Ruins, and there awaits...
Relics will be
So,
our level
you know,
535.
Central City was the first starting point in the closed beta test, right?
Yes, as I mentioned in the previous broadcast, After the official launch, all players will start from Elio Town. After that, you'll be able to reach Central City as you progress through the story.
I don't think I was able to go to this command center like area in CBT.
In CBT, you could enter up to the tower entrance in the center of the city, but after the official launch, you will be able to enter this command room using a teleporter from there.
It seems that here the story proceeds by receiving various requests. Now, let's talk about the characters in the control room. Next slide, please. The central leader of all the arcs, Crawford, is voiced by Kappei Yamaguchi-san. What kind of character is he?
Yeah, Crawford is the character in charge of all the
not gonna
arcs
mention
on this
Landon
planet
McDonald?
Halpa,
Alright.
and feels it is his duty to make the lives of the people living on Halpa as peaceful as possible. He has a gentle and warm personality, and while he always seems to be in a relaxed mood, he is a very good commander.
There he is! The hot guy!
This is one character that will have a big following. But this isn't your type, right, Yunosi?
Yeah, that's right. I like my men with more sex appeal.
Dude, you like the muscly ones.
Yep.
She likes them swole. Garoa?
Garoa.
Yeah, I bet this character will definitely be popular. To add to it, Kappei-san is the voice actor.
Sounds really kind.
He's slim, too. Let's continue with another slide. And here's a new cutie. To support the heroes in their adventures is a new operator, Ran, voiced by Yumiri Hanamori-san. Looks like we got a new operator girl.
Yes, Ran is one of the operators in the command center who reports directly to Crawford. Originally a subordinate operator, she was recently selected to become a new command center operator. She has a cheerful, positive personality and is a hard worker.
Wait, wasn't this character also in CBT?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she was. When the emergency quest was announced, she appeared a bit, but only through comms. Among the users there was a little bit of talk about who the voice actor was.
After all, female operators are indispensable for science fiction things, aren't they? Super cute. I'd like to see what this girl's like in her private life. Off hours, you know.
When she's not at the office?
Let's continue on to the next slide. Ran and her colleagues, the sweet operators, are Liu Lin, voiced by
consider
Eri
Venus in this.
Inagawa-san,
She's one of the
Oranje,
operators.
voiced by Risa Shimizu-san, Rosa, voiced by Michiko Kaiden.
Shout out to Elizabeth Maxwell and Megan Hensley
So
because
there
they're
are
not
more
going to mention who
operators
they
than
are.
just Ran.
Yes, although they didn't appear in the video earlier, these three are also stationed in the control room as Ran's senior operators. Liu Lin is cool, calm, and collected. Oranje is laid back and easygoing. Rosa is a big sister type and a caring person. They all have their own unique personalities.
ロッサは本当にこれ見てください、中の部分。
そうだね。
かなり下のところまで出してますよね。ギリギリです。
角みたいなの生えてるの可愛くないですか？
本当だ、角
生えてるんですよ。
Yeah, I can't deny, I'd have to go with Rosa.
What about you, Hiro?
Well, Liu
Can we
Lin.
not?
Mistake. Hiro is a Liu Lin type.
You look like you'd like her.
Yeah, I do.
Now that I think about it, I never asked about your type or preference before now. I got curious. Oranje is cute too.
If we're talking marriage, I'd say same.
I can see that.
You like the laid-back types.
Oranje is just going at her own pace.
Probably wouldn't fight.
She would probably be a great mom.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's all for the story and character information.
いろいろ気になってきますけどね。はい、その辺は以上でございます。
Hiro, would you mind continuing on to the next bit?
It'd be my pleasure. Continuing on, I'm going to introduce some new player-related information and other specifications that were not implemented in the CBT. Before that, please check out this clip. I would like to touch on simplified movement. By configuring the simplified movement icon onto the main palette, you will be able to perform normal attacks, photon arts, and techniques, all with just one button. as it adjusts and automatically uses the appropriate action depending on your distance from the enemy. By using this feature, even those who aren't good at action games can just use the simplified movement and the dodge button to fight.
I don't want simplified movement, I just want better control scheme than what this is. This is not good for controllers.
That's out of the budget.
It's totally within their budget.
Nope, it's out of the budget.
Next up is information regarding class skills. Using a normal attack with the same weapon after using multiple photon arts allows you to skip to the 4th combo string. The weapon action of the wired lance is changed on command. After using a photon art, the later action can be used immediately. Charge towards an enemy at a specific timing when using photon arts with the twin dagger. This shortens the cooldown timer of the launcher weapon action. The area of effect on the charge attacks of a launcher will increase. The amount of PP recovered when attacking enemies other than bosses increases. PP recovery when attacking is increased without requirement with this skill. When activating a technique after successfully guarding with a rod, a photon bullet of the same element as the technique will be added as an attack. Consume meter gained for attacking to perform a special attack with a talus.
This is cool.
A main class only class skill that adds an effect which increases natural PP recovery when using Shifta de Band's natural PP recovery. Activating this temporarily makes you immune to being launched into the air or knocked back for a certain period when equipped with a wand. The normal attack will also reflect enemy attacks when active. The Gather Party Members feature allows party members to be moved next to you.
This is
Very
great.
useful when gathering all party members in one location when playing a part.
Okay, thank you for adding that feature. That was
it for other
necessary in the
elements.
CBT and it wasn't there.
はいいろいろ便利になったりとかねえちょっと武器が強くなったり
Let's go on to the next slide.
まずハンターと
So, about those hunter and fighter skills, is there a skill that caught your attention, Yunosi?
Actually, yes. The skill called Another Art Skip Attack caught my attention, as in the earlier explanation, it was stated that you will be able to skip to the 4th attack, which I didn't quite understand.
Performing a normal attack after a photon art, normally the first attack in the combo will activate. However, by learning this skill when using separate photon arts consecutively with the same weapon, if you normal attack afterwards, you will be able to perform the 4th attack in the string.
Is the 4th attack stronger than the first in a string of attacks?
Yes, as you approach the second half of the 1 to 5
Watch the stuff
attack
you don't
string,
even play
the
anymore.
attack
I'm
becomes
sorry,
more and more
Adam. I
powerful.
played
The
the
5th attack
CBT.
has about the same strength of a photon art, so by connecting 2 photon arts together into a 4th or 5th attack, you can perform very strong attacks. Normal attacks also recover PP, so it's much more efficient than just connecting 3 photon arts together.
Wait, so normal attacks only string up 3 times if you don't learn a certain skill, right?
Yes, if you don't have the skills learned for attacks past the 4th string, then the above rule only applies to skipping to the 3rd attack.
Can this be used for weapons other than swords?
Yes, since it's a hunter skill, it can be utilized for wired lances and partisans as well.
The class skill has hunter at the end of it, so are there similar skills for other classes as well?
Yes, fighters have a similar skill.
I see. Thank you for that explanation. On to the next slide. These skills here are for rangers and gunners. Anything catch your eye, Yunosi?
A wire
The
lance
launcher
is
charge
good. You would have to
grouping
ask
skills
Daniel
says
because
something
I
about
don't use
improvement of accuracy of fire. But what does that mean?
hunter skills at all.
When the normal
hunter
attack
weapons,
of
I'm a
the launcher
ranger.
is charged first, it transforms into a spread bullet, which hits multiple enemies in an area of effect. You can also tighten the area of effect of this spread bullet if you hold forwards as you shoot your charged shot.
I see. So that's what accuracy of fire meant.
So you can change how you attack freely depending on whether enemies are bunched up or not.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you very much. Next slide now, please. Lastly, we got force and tector skills. Anything you fancy, Yunosi?
That bottom left tector skill says in its description that both shift to band are affected. Can you remind me what a shift to band are though?
Shifted to band is an active support tector class skill which affects you and the surrounding players by increasing attack and defense for a period of time. It can be abbreviated as shifteba as well.
I see. So it's a buff skill.
If you have the PP recovery boost when you use Shifteba, the natural PP recovery will also be increased with its effect. But this affects other players as well.
Correct. It will affect others as well.
Which means you might want one person in your party with that skill.
It says it's only for the main class,
That
but
won't
what
be
does that
something
mean?
that we use, I
You can have a
guess.
subclass aside from the main class, and also you can utilize subclass skills. There are some class skills that cannot be used when it's set as a subclass.
Ah, so that's what they meant.
There are skills for each class that can only be used as a main class other than what we introduced this time, serving as unique skills that represent the class.
Thanks for the additional info. Next slide, please. Other new elements, huh? Is there perhaps information that wasn't in the footage?
Yes, so let's start with that part. First, the global version of the current PSO2 had voice chat functions, and in NGS, the Japanese service will have it as well, limited to usage with party members. However, you will not be able to use this in the cloud version, so keep that in mind.
NGS is very action-oriented, so you may not have the time to type in chat, so this is helpful.
そうなんですよ。これ助かります。壁登れないって言って。
Don't leave me!
そう。
Next is preset skills, which has a low chance of it being on dropped weapons and armor. The preset skill cannot be transferred to other equipment, so it will be exclusive to that weapon alone. At launch, there will be a preset skill that increases the power of the weapon for all weapon categories, and one which mitigates damage and all armor categories.
Why? I just want the weapon to work.
Are there levels to these skills as well?
Yes, each skill has up to 5 levels, and will be random.
And you gave
The
them
higher
levels.
the level, the stronger the effect. But there isn't too big of a difference between them, so when you do get a weapon with a preset
I'll
skill,
believe you.
do go ahead and use it long term by upgrading it.
I tried out the simplified movement and the gather party members features when I played, but they sure were useful.
With the press of a single button, you can cause a whole lot of damage with ease.
Yeah, for someone like me who has trouble or feels a lot of pressure, this is really convenient.
便利だと思いますね、これ。
It even kept an eye on my PP levels.
ね。
It might be really convenient when you want to focus on leveling up.
確かに。
Ah, okay.
Right.
There are times where it feels like you gotta keep taking out the same enemy over and over. At times like that, when you know it's gonna be an easy fight anyway.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's really helpful. So that's it for the other information. Hiro, please give us the next information.
Yes, next is information about the AC Scratch that will be released in June when the official service begins. First, please take a look at this video.
Oh, cute!
Those are nice outfits.
Like a turban. Oh, this is also something with a lot of fabric.
Oh, this is cute too.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, cute.
Oh, that might be good. Do your best. Oh, that's a cute move.
Time to out-douche the douchery.
I have to get scratch tickets for a better hover animation.
Oh, they even have these too.
Yeah, wonderful. Cute. Cool.
Whoa.
That was some good eye contact just now.
That was cute just now.
That was really cute. Their tongue color is different.
Yeah, it was.
That was a little bizarre.
This is kind of... Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, cool. What?
That does look like a weird dress.
Oh, this is cute.
Those are nice.
What? I wouldn't be able to make up my mind. I see. Ah, cute.
Oh, that was nice.
I want to do that in a place with a nice view.
Oh my. Oh my. That was really, very different.
Oh, wow.
It's like diving.
That looked really fun just now.
There was a lot added. AC Scratch Ticket Soldier Line, which contains new items such as soldier outfits from Central City and Alio Town. Any outfit catch your fancy, Yunoshi-san?
Second from the left, the guy that looks like a traveler.
The thing that looks like a turban? A bit gaudy though.
I really like that one. What do you think, Iwai?
Oh, which one? The one on the far right with the guy with the thing on their face was really impactful.
Oh, at least
Yeah,
the bonus
that's
prize
something,
to hover.
alright.
So I don't have to kill myself trying to
Do
get
you
it.
think their eyes get hot? Hard for them to see?
Yeah, it looks like Tai would be hard to see.
I'm
Clothes are
interested
nice
in
on
the
that one. I would like to have that
outfits. What is
stuff.
that action with their hand on their hip?
Last time we introduced the Crawl, which allows you to change your swimming motion. This is an item that allows you to change your idle pose.
Even more detail.
By the way, there's a charge for the scratch, yes? How much does it cost per purchase?
Yes, it's the same as in the current PSO2 game, 200 AC per purchase. So you can think of it as about 200 yen.
Thank you so much. Let's try to sell it at 10,000 AC then.
I'll go and do that.
As in the current PSO2, there is an AC swap shop where you can exchange your unwanted prizes for specific items. NGS's swap shop will not accept prizes obtained from PSO2's AC Scratch. The recycle badge will be a different item called the NAC recycle badge.
I see. So current PSO2 users need to be careful.
Yes, indeed.
All right, let's move on to the next slide. SG Scratch Passionate Spirit. Costumes for Aina and Galore are available at SG Scratches. So the outfits that allow you to become Aina and Galore, which were just introduced in the last episode, will be available?
The animated stamps and figure emotes that were introduced in the last episode are also available here. What's the difference between the SG Scratch and the AC Scratch that was introduced earlier? I guess you can buy them with SG, right?
Yes, SG can be purchased with AC, which are paid currency, but they can also be accumulated by playing the game without paying. In addition, AC Scratch prizes can be traded with other users via personal shop. However, SG Scratch prizes cannot be traded.
I see.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Will the SG Scratch be the same price as the current PSO2?
There are some additional details that were not shown in the clip. Let's go to the next slide. First, the amount per purchase will become 50 SG, compared to the current 80 SG per purchase in PSO2.
Wow, so it's cheaper.
For every 40 purchases, you can get one scratch ticket prize slip as a bonus. SG swap shops also exist. However, please note that you will not be able to obtain exchange tickets from the swap shop as in the current Japanese version of PSO2. There will also be an SG scratch that can be pulled once a day for free without SG.
Thank you!
All right, let's go on to the next slide.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
AC Scratch Wedding Celebration. New items like wedding wear, modern clothing, and more. So since it's June, that means June bride, right?
That's correct.
There's a lot here, but the dress on the far left is amazing, isn't it?
It's very pretty, isn't it?
I want to have my favorite character wear it.
Make my bride, right?
And the second from the right is so cute, right? The one that kind of looks like a school uniform. Wow, cute.
Looks like a prep school kid's uniform.
The men's outfits are cute too.
That's a nice tux.
Also, there's an item on the bottom right.
Yes, this is an item that can be used to change the motion of the photon glide.
I want it!
Yeah, it's like you come down standing up. Like skydiving.
Yeah, you look like you could really fly with it.
It does, doesn't it? And that's all for the Scratch information. So this is the end of the main new information about the game. But, Hiro, there's still more you want to introduce today, isn't there?
Yes, we'll be launching the service in June. Some more announcements here. As I mentioned on the previous broadcast from May 12th, we are currently holding the Road to New Genesis campaign. We'll be holding a campaign using social media and a character item giveaway, where you can get items that can be transferred to PSO2 NGS. In addition, there will be a countdown login bonus 7 days before the start of the PSO2 NGS service. Next slide, please. There will be a Level Up Support Boost event that will give all leveling quests a boost of plus 400% experience. The success rate of item enhancement and augment addition will be increased. The boosted enhancement campaign is also available. Next slide, please. The PSO2 NGS Coming Soon Welcome Back campaign is also underway. This is a great opportunity to invite new and returning players to join your team and play together.
Sounds good. Everybody please come back to the game.
Let's play together.
And I would like to make an additional announcement about a new campaign today. Next slide, please. The PSO2 NGS Rocket Start campaign will be held simultaneously with the launch of NGS. During this period, if you complete the story, you will receive an NGS accessory, Saturn earrings. In addition to the Story Clear campaign, there will also be a Level Up campaign, where players will receive stamps for raising their character's class level. In addition to the login bonus to celebrate the release of NGS, there will be a campaign in which players can receive useful items for playing at a later date by registering a friend or joining a team during the campaign
You can get
period.
Sega Saturn earrings.
It's important for an online game to blast off to a good start right after the service launch.
Hey guys, remember
I
this
hope
console we
everyone
used
will
to have?
join in so as
Yep.
not to miss the wave.
I
Now,
mean,
I heard that you have some
to
more
be
new
fair,
information for those
like
who
they
want to make a good
also
start.
had a
Yes. In the last broadcast, we introduced the starter package, the Founders
pet
Pack, for the
design
Japanese version
that
of
was
the
just
game
a
that will
Sega
be available in August.
Dreamcast in the previous game.
However, today, I'd like to introduce a different Founders Pack that will be available upon the launch of the game. Please check out this video.
This character's a big dummy.
A suit?
Oh, I see.
Cute.
You fight like that?
Oh, that's cool. Really stands out. Rappy. Cute. Oh, even when not wearing it. Okay.
Glide Rappy. It's flapping around.
Yep, flapping. There's wings.
This is nice. Rappy. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
Cute. Very cute.
Cute.
In conjunction with the launch of PSO2 NGS, PSO2 NGS, the Start Dash Rappy Pack, will be available for purchase at each store and in-game AC shop. Along with the PSO2 NGS Rappy suit and Rappy-themed stamp, you can also get items to change your idle and glide motions to Rappy-inspired movements. There are also premium sets, boost items, and material items to support your adventures. Please note that you can only purchase one time from each store. Purchase the luxurious Start Dash Rappy Pack to help you get started on your adventure.
Glide Rappy was so cute.
Yeah, it was.
Even without the Rappy suit?
Yeah, it looks like you can enjoy with both.
They sprouted wings too.
Yeah, they did.
It seems so nice. Make sure you get it and try it out for yourself. Well, that's not all the information you have for us before and after the service launch. I heard that today you're also going to introduce the roadmap for after the launch of NGS.
はい、本日はですね、サービスイン前ということもありまして、少しだけですがご紹介させていただきます。スライドお願いい
Yes,
たします。
next slide, please. First, as I've already mentioned, when I talked about the game officially going into service in June, the Elio region will be released.
Region? Is that correct?
Yes, in NGS, the fields that will be added in updates will be distributed in these regions. As I said, there are 6 initial classes. Also, the initial level cap is 20.
Oh, Brave is
Level
coming
cap
back.
is quite low, isn't it?
Yes, in NGS, there's an
Brave and
indicator
Bowser.
called combat power, which is different from the level. After you reach the maximum level, you can collect equipment and other items to improve your combat power.
If you're level 20, it doesn't seem that hard to level up. I guess I can easily try out other classes.
そうですね。ぜひいろんなクラスや
That's right.
武器で
We'd like you to play with a variety of classes and
7
weapons.
月には PSO2 シリーズが国内でサービスを始めてからです。
While web-based events are a regular occurrence, this will be the first time that both Japanese and global events will be held together. In addition, in August, the 7th class Braver will be implemented.
Oh, Braver is finally available there. Are the weapons, of course, the katana and bullet bow?
Yes, that's correct. In August, in addition to braveries, there will be new quests called defense quests. In addition, the system to share the information of PSO2's MAG evolution device to NGS's MAG will be implemented at this time. The ability to remove the appearance of MAGs at will, which was requested by many during the closed beta test, will also be implemented at the same time. The comment from the development team was, "We apologize for the delay."
It's okay, things must be tough though. Good luck to the development team. We'll be waiting for you.
A new class, the Bouncer, will be implemented in autumn. Of course, the corresponding weapons will be the jet boosts and the dual blade.
I can imagine what the dual blade is. What kind of weapon is the jet boots?
Well, they're boots with jets on them.
It's a get-a-sandal-like weapon, with a blade attached to the sole of the shoe. It's a unique sci-fi weapon that can only be found in the PSO2 series, and it always floats in the air while equipped.
Oh, it sounds like fun!
Yes, it's one of the most popular weapons. I actually haven't even touched the jet boots in NGS yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of weapon it will be.
And there are other things coming in the fall, like trigger quests, mission passes, and the title system. These areas are familiar content from the current PSO2, aren't they?
As for the title system, achievement titles that count for something are not counted. We're planning on counting achievements that were created before the system was implemented back in the past.
Jeez, your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points.
That's a relief.
Sheesh.
Also, when
yeah, we got checkpoints in the solo
NGS
duty.
will undergo its first major update with new regions.
That's a
and
new
more open
system.
fields.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we
The
got
level cap
checkpoints
will
in
be
the solo
increased to
duty.
35, and new skills and techniques will be implemented at the
That would've
same
been nice
time.
with the
So
Lakshmi
please
solo
look
duty.
forward to it.
I wonder what kind of fields will be.
I did not like having to catch the balls.
Well, it hasn't even launched yet. Let's
God,
enjoy the
Banker, you're
Alio
short.
region first.
Oh, right.
And
Let's
Hiro,
put Banker next
I
to the
heard that
two
you have more
Ellas in the
information
photo.
about the roadmap?
Yes, I'd like to add some more information. Next slide, please. In the roadmap, we announced the date for the system that shares information with PSO2's MAG evolution devices, but I'd like to share with you our future plans for other shared elements. First of all, we are planning to implement a new class called Summoner in the spring of 2022 or later. In NGS, the Summoner is a class that uses the Harmonizer as its exclusive weapon. Of course, Harmonizers acquired in PSO2 can be used. As with Photon Arts and Techniques, pets obtained in PSO2 cannot be used as summoner abilities in NGS. However, there are many users who are attached to their pets, so we are currently considering a plan to convert them to a new system for NGS in the future.
I see.
However, in this case, information such as pet growth status and candy boxes will not be shared.
Oh well, I guess.
Next, I'd like to make an
Start with your
announcement
pets,
about
I
the
guess.
Gunblade weapon. In all 9 classes, including the initial 6 classes and the 3 classes to be implemented, the Gunblade cannot be used. In the next update, after the release of Summoner, a 10th new class will be introduced that will use the Gunblade as its exclusive weapon. In the next update, after the release of Summoner, a 10th new class will be introduced that will use the Gunslash as its exclusive weapon. The development team commented, "We want to make sure it's as good as it can be, so please give us some time."
It would be difficult to suddenly update everything in NGS that has been updated in PSO2 over the past 9 years. I'm sure it will take some time, but we'll be working on it as needed, so let's just wait and see.
Yes, we appreciate your patience. So that's all the information we have for you today about NGS.
Yes, Hiro, thank you again for all the information. This is the end of Hiro's participation in the program for now. He'll be joining us again later. Give it up for official navigator Hiro Arai!
Thank you very much.
Thank you! Well, let's get on with the next corner then. Yunosi, take it from here.
The next corner is this. Do you know hashtag PSO2NGS? For those of you who don't know about the big updates to NGS yet, we've asked PSO2 series users to spread the word about it by writing an acrostic poem.
Last time we were on the air, we were thinking in terms of A-I-N-A.
Yes, like the new character, Aina.
Yes, indeed. We were looking for acrostic poems via
moment,
these
please.
4 letters.
In the last broadcast, we asked for AINA poems for the new character, Aina. We got a lot of fun submissions from many users. I'd like to introduce you to a selection of the works that have been submitted this time. And the first one is this, from Ogami Jinro.
Let's go. Aina.
Aina, our first meeting, innumerable adventures, never-ending character creation, arcs adventure anew. This was good, really well put together. This was like the perfect example, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
people,
great. Although they used Aina's name for the
check
first
out.
A portion, little lapse in
In terms
creativity
of
there.
what's next to
I
come
guess
for this.
so, but it's still really good.
Yeah, it is.
As far
Thank
as
you for your
things are
submission.
concerned, this
Thank
is
you.
looking
Let's continue.
pretty good so far.
The next one is
I'm
this,
just wondering
from
when's the next
Marina.
time they're going to actually give content to the game as far as like
Again
additional modes are
tomorrow.
concerned, because they're adding the classes
In each
in
other's
pretty
company we
quickly,
enjoy.
but they're not added in
near, here,
Um,
with our friends.
new
All
modes
together
to
we
play.
join. This
'Cause
is
the-
great.
Again
I'll be
tomorrow.
honest, the-
Every day. Every
Open world
day.
aspect of the
Every day.
game is a
We
little bit
can't sleep.
tiring.
never sleep. Become a zombie.
It's nice to
More
have
so
friends.
since while you do
Okay,
move
let's
pretty
move on to
fast,
the next one.
The next
in the
one I'm
field,
going
it
to introduce
might not
is
be
from the
fast enough
global
for me.
users. We asked all users of the global version of PSO2NGS to post a message using the hashtag PSO2NGS acrostic poem.
In Japan, we call acrostic poem an A-I-U-E-O poem, after the vowels.
I hope I can read it.
All right, take it away, Yunosi.
Persona, the masked ship.
The global ones are hard to peel off.
Seems that way.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
here we go. Adventures
got a little bit
with friends.
distracted. I'm also
I
not
want to
big on
enjoy.
the fact that we're only getting 2 weapons per
New dreams and goals.
class right now. But I can see that they're trying to do a lot
All
of
for
things
us
at
to play.
once.
Did I
Which
get it?
I don't know
Did I
is
do
a
okay?
good idea.
Yeah, you did well. You got it. It says
They're doing
hamburgers
a
are
lot.
delicious.
A lot at
It's
once.
pretty long, isn't it? I should have asked Hiro about the English. I don't have confidence in this. But it was beautiful.
Right, so I think I'm going to turn
But
it
it's
off
pretty much
more
like
so
all the Japanese
since
ones, isn't it?
it seems
The
like
context.
Amber is
Straightforward as well.
have a bit of
Yeah,
an
it
issue
is.
there
But
with that
that's
solo
good.
duty.
Next, please.
Oh no, no
The
issues
next
yet.
one is
Okay.
this, from
This is something I wasn't
Kanade.
expecting.
Oh, a
Another
cutscene thing?
word this way. Interesting ways
Not
to
a
keep
cutscene.
things around. Never losing
Okay.
faith, I finally finished.
Well, I'm sure you'll tell
Always
me
loving
later.
your character
Um,
and keep
people-
moving forward.
Like I
This
said,
is great. You really feel the love.
that's pretty much it.
Your character.
They've shown
Another
everything
way
that they
or this way.
possibly could show
Interesting
for the
ways to
time
tweak things
being.
around.
We're not going to see anything new in terms of like additional weapons. I thought we
Interesting
would
ways to
see
tweak things
maybe
around.
a third
I
weapon,
think your
but it
focus
seems
was on the
like we're just
tweaking
going
and
to get the
twisting.
2 for now.
Once you finish messing with one part, you want to go back and fix up another.
And
What do you mean by that? I don't understand.
yeah, I
Interesting
don't think
ways to tweak
shotgun and
things
like
around. Well, I just put this eye here, but now that I look
what's
at
the
it,
other weapon that
I
was
want to move it over
the,
here.
the
Ooh,
Rangers?
I get it. Thank you for all your entries.
Yeah, I don't think we get
That's
shotgun. I
all
think
for
shotgun
the
is
Do
just
You
going
Know
to stay
#PSO2NGS corner.
a skill for the,
we're running
the
out of
rifle,
time till the end
for
of the
example.
program. Let's get down to our regularly scheduled That Projects. NGS Mission!
In the world. Anyway, take care,
And now,
everyone.
as always,
Be
I'm
safe
going
as
to ask you
always.
to come up
Have
with
fun
a
with your games.
broadcast
I'm out.
original
I'll see you guys
pose that
later.
you would like to copy.
And I will
I've
see
done the
you guys
poses
later
for
today
Prologue
because
1,
there's a
2,
lot
and
to do
3,
today.
but all of them have
It's
been
going to
on
be
hold until now.
Wasn't my pose good
stuff
though?
concerning Final
Yeah,
Fantasy
that's
14
also on
today
hold.
because that's always
I
on a
checked
Tuesday.
online.
Did lots of people tell you yours was good?
Yeah,
And you
actually,
might see
they
me
did.
again
You want me to send you screenshots
concerning Battle for
This
the
isn't
Grid
about
if I
throwing
have time
evidence
for
around.
it.
This is about whether or not people want to mimic your pose.
Yes, that's
Is
true.
there anything else
This
today
time, for everyone,
that
I'm
I
going to
may
take
have
the lead.
missed?
Finally, Iwai is
Nope,
taking
just
the
those
challenge.
2 other things.
Yeah,
And
I don't
tomorrow
normally do things
will
like
be
this.
Monster Hunter
Between now and the
Rises
previous broadcast,
Direct.
the pressure has gone
So,
up though,
more
hasn't
surprises.
I really don't like doing things like
Right.
this.
It?
Later.
Oh, please do.
I will